Okay, so one of the ways in which you can get data into your GIS database is by what we call digitizing. And one of the simplest ways is heads-up digitizing, where you use an image as a background and you add features just by looking at the image itself and digitizing along the things that are visible. There are some serious accuracy problems there, or questions there, and we'll talk about those as we go along here. But let's just go ahead and get started. This is going to be an example. I want you to do this on your own, and then afterwards do the lab that's in the Dropbox yourself. So what we have, if you go to the class, go to week 6 digitizing, and there is a zip file called digiclass.gdb. Let's go ahead and download that thing, and make sure you know where you put it. I'm going to put it over here in my student directory, and we'll just save that. And it's a zip file, which means that data that's in there is in a compressed state. And I'll just remind you that ArcGIS doesn't work real well with data that's in a compressed state. So I'm going to go ahead and open the folder where I downloaded it. Right click, and I'll use 7-zip to extract. You can use whatever you want to extract. I don't like the name of that folder, so I'm just going to call it DigiClass. You can do this if you like, or you don't have to. It really just depends on what you want to do, and make sure that when you do it, there's a folder, and inside that folder is another folder called digiclass.gdb. You'll notice that this is actually a type of file folder, and inside it, if you look, there's a bunch of these sort of unreadable file names. This is the data. This is the file structure for what they call a file geodatabase, which is an Esri construct, a way of storing their database. So within Windows Explorer, just the File Explorer, you'll notice that it just looks like an ordinary file folder. But when we open it in ArcMap or in ArcCatalog, it'll actually look like a database. Now, just to sort of follow my housekeeping tasks, I'm going to go back up here, and I'm just going to delete the zip file for no other reason than that will eliminate me from accidentally going into the zip file and trying to access data and encountering problems with ArcMap as a result. So what we've done is we've downloaded some sample data, and we're going to open ArcMap so that we can look at that data, and obviously it may vary on your machine, but I'm going to go to ArcGIS and ArcMap 10.401 and go ahead and open the software. I'm going to pause the video until this comes up, and we'll resume as soon as the map's available. So when ArcMap comes up, it's going to ask you, do you want to open any of these recently opened files? I'm just going to go ahead and click cancel, and that way it'll give us a completely blank map to work with. You'll notice that this map has not been saved because it says untitled. Obviously there's nothing to save yet. And let's see if I can move my face out of the way. And so we just have a perfectly clean map. You may have different toolbars on yours depending on what you've done recently. And let me see if I can remove some of these toolbars. And if you ever have trouble getting a toolbar back, you can right-click in the gray area, and it will give you a list of all the toolbars that are available, and you can recover them. Okay, so we have an empty map. Let's go ahead and just add some data to this. And what I want you to do is go navigate to where you saved the data. Remember, if you don't have a folder connection already, you can just pull this look in and go ahead and add a connection go ahead and connect to. You should always connect to like the C folder or the E folder, whatever is the top level of data where you've stored things. So I already have this C drive, and I'm going to navigate down. C, where did I put it? Student, DigiClass, and you'll notice that that folder called digiclass.gdb, when I'm looking at it through ArcMap, and actually in the Add Data folder, this is a subset of Arc Catalog that's integrated right into ArcMap. It looks like it's a geo database. Double click on that, and inside I will see that I have 5 feature classes defined, and I'm going to click, hold Shift key down, and click Add, and it should add all of the data to my map. I want to, I don't see any of it. I think that that's because I'm not in the correct area. I'm going to right click on this one that says Parcel Blocks and do a zoom to layer, and as you can see, I can now see that there's some data. Okay. Now what we want to do here is we want to add additional features into these feature classes, because we're obviously this is not complete, but we don't know where to put things. We would just be moving stuff around or just doing things randomly. Well, one way to do this is with what's called heads-up digitizing, which means you take an image that has been geo-referenced, meaning it's in its correct geographical location, and then you digitize along it. So one easy way to do that is to go up here to the Add Data button. There's a little pull down. Click on the Add Base Map, and click on Imagery, and click on Add. And what this will do is load an image service that ESRI has set up that everyone can access. It might not be the fastest depending on your internet connection. If you were doing this for real, you might very well have your own imagery that you've gotten from an air photo place, or you could have some scanned images, maybe some old utility drawings and things like that that have again been geo-referenced and placed in the correct location. Okay, so we have this sort of map. I want to, before we break the end of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and save this map, just in case we crash and I have to bring all that back up again. So I'm going to save it in the student directory, and I'm just going to call it, well, I put in the DigiClass directory. I'm going to call it digitizing.mxd. Okay, so we've got a map. If we leave, if something happens, when we bring it back up, all this data will be loaded.